Hey, it's Minecraft Mama. I'm back again. I've been working on my little Halloween area where I built the maze and did some Halloween decorations. And while I was waiting for Minecraft to load, I saw a cool pumpkin in the background where they had made a big giant pumpkin. I'm like, I want to do that, but I want to do it where you can actually go inside it. So I'm going to take this area that's up here. It's kind of on the platform above my maze that I made and where the path goes up to, and I'm going to make this into a giant pumpkin. I haven't done any prep work or any planning, so I'm kind of winging it, and we'll go through it together. It does do one thing that I like to do a lot, which is kind of build with the what's already there. And if you look, we kind of have a concave shape with some steps in it so that when you go inside you'll be able to actually climb up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some orange. Let's see if we want to use the orange for the terracotta. Oops, that's honey. Where's concrete? There we go. Or the orange. I think we're probably going to want to go with the orange concrete, not the terra. Yeah, the terracotta just blends in too much. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an outline of how I want it to kind of come out of the hill. And I'm just going to go right over, and I still have terracotta in my hand. I'm going to go right over the orange. I'm probably going to put orange carpet on the inside, but for right now, I'm just going to take this, because I want it to look like it's coming right out of the mountain. Actually, that will work. Alright, so take that block out and put it there. Yeah, I think that will work. Alright, and let's take that block, that block. So I'm going to take this row of blocks. Oops. Well, if I'm going to put the carpet on, I'll just put that on top of that. I'm going to take this row of blocks out of here. And now one thing that where I built this, I'm not sure. This was already here, this little kind of weird area. So I'm going to just build it up so that it's going to cover that, or that there'll be like a little thing coming off of it, so that it looks like it's going up and around it. That's going to be really big. That might be too big. No, not really. I think that'll be okay. Alright, so this is going to be, and like with most things, I like to just kind of make the outline of what I'm doing. Oh, that is going to be really big. Okay, let's take that down a couple blocks. Alright, how's that going to be? I think that will work. Alright. And then on this side, I'm going to make it kind of going up on this angle here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to make, yeah, it's going to have to go in some on that. I think we're going to need to go up a little higher or else it's going to look really lopsided. Which, that's not a problem. Well, I guess... Alright, I think I'm going to take this down some. Yeah, that'll be much better. Okay, so we can still, still go up and out a little bit as we come around. Let's take a step back. And see, we want it to look good from all the angles, so yep, I think that'll work. So this is going to actually need to step back here and not be out quite as far. Do that back. There we go. I think that's gonna be our shape. Sorry for moving around so much. I'm just trying to make sure we're gonna be able to angle it out. It's gonna be kind of a little squash faced here. Squash, it is a squash. Okay, and then this. Can build this out. And I'm going to just build it out and then we'll take off as we need to take off. Alright. How's that going to be? I think that's going to work. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so now we have to kind of build it out. And what I am going to do is, alright, so we need to decide where are we going to go in, and I think I'm going to make it so that we would go in right in this area, which we can build steps up to it. So the rest of this needs to be filled up and in. How's that looking? Yeah, so the front of the face is going to be kind of this way, pointing out towards the maze, but we'll still, let's look at it from our entrance point, because you want it to be, oh yeah, it'll definitely be noticeable. Although it's going to look kind of, well, we're going to have to bring that side up a lot, and maybe actually pull it in some. Alright, let's well, we can go out this way too when we get up higher. How's that gonna look? That's taking it off too far. Alright. That's one of the great things with Minecraft. Trial and error. Kind of figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. So we're just trying to get the basic shape. So we'll fill in this top part. So we're going to have kind of a flat-ish top that we can then put round out on the top some. And this front face is going to be pretty flat, and that's just for ease of making the actual face part. Alright, so let's get this going. And well, that's gonna be too difficult. I was gonna say we could use the terracotta to make like a line in the pumpkin, but I think that's gonna be way too complicated. All right, let's see how that's looking. I think we're gonna need to take that down just a little. Oh, where am I? On a tree. No, actually, I think it's going to be okay. That'll be from there it's going to start sloping down. Until we get out to where we need to be. And we can pull it around. How far out are we? Are we out too far? Yeah, we're out a little too far. And since we're going to go inside of it, but not inside the whole thing, we can kind of fill out and take in and take out blocks to get it to be where we want it to be. And then if we want to add, this needs to come. Yeah, that will work. Let's pull that line in, but we might need to take it out some. Let's see how that's looking. Oh yeah, I think that's going to look good. We just need to make that a little bit less stair step down on this side. So let's take that away and that away. And add that in. Let's see how that looks shape-wise. Yep, I think that's going to work. Alright, so what we'll need to do is add a block there, take a block out there. Let's take that back out. I just wanted to kind of look rounded at the bottom. See. I'm going to finish this part and then go back out and see what it looks like, if it's looking all right. It looks, well, once we put the top on, I think it'll be okay. Right now it looks a little more like an apple, but alright, so we're going to just fill this all in. We aren't going to have anything over here. And we're not going to have anything above that. That just gets it so that it's orange instead of dirt colored. But otherwise we can just kind of leave it as is. Just cover everything up so we don't see any dirt anymore, or dirt blocks or stone or anything behind it. Once we fill this in and then step back, it's gonna look much more pumpkin-like. Well, it's even more apple-like, but more pumpkin-shaped. Just because we're filling in so much orange now. Let's fill that in. Alright, now let's step back and see what we're looking at. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. And once we put a better top on it, it'll look even better. Alright, so now since we want to go up there, we're gonna need to make some steps that we'll cover eventually, but we need to make sure that we have the building blocks of the steps there. And since that's going to be exposed, we need to get that taken care of. Actually, we can go across there. Alright, so then let's get that. Alright, so we have our building blocks of the, or pattern for the steps there. We're going to have, basically the mouth is going to be right in that area. So we can fill that up a little bit. Okay. And then what we're going to need to, well, we're going to need to get this outside edge up there first. So since we're going to make this flat, let's fill this up to the top, or at least up to that level. And then we'll cut out the face after we've, I'm going to leave the space for where the mouth / entrance is going to be. That goat looks like he's enjoying jumping around on orange blocks. Alright, now let's fill this in. Alright, that's looking much better. This whole thing is going to need to be not there, because I'm keeping the front flat since that's where the face part is going to be. Alright, let's fill that in. Alright, I'm just going to leave that like that for right now, because that's where the entrance will be. Alright, let's take a look. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Alright, so we just need to round off the top, and we need to lose. Actually, that'll probably help it make it look not quite as much like an apple. Let's see. Yep, there we go. We're looking pumpkin shaped, and then we'll put a stem on the top too. In my way, goat. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, I do sometimes talk to the animals. Alright, I'm gonna close this back part in. Close on back here. Don't worry about placing random blocks inside. We'll get that taken care of when we are in there fixing the inside. Actually, I'll take that whole corner out. Oh, I guess I'm not. so we've got plenty up here. Let's see if our pumpkin shape is okay, and then we can put a stem on it. I think we need to make one, two more lines on here. I just want it to look a little taller so it doesn't look quite so much like an apple. Alright, and then we can make, I wonder if we can do it with the terracotta? Oh yeah, actually I think that'll be okay. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think we need to just take a little bit off of that front face. Take. I'm actually going to take that off too, I think. And then let's take off. See how that looks. Okay, now it looks more like an apple, but once we put a space on it, I think it'll be okay. Alright, now I wasn't exactly sure what they used for the lights in the pumpkin eye, but this shroom light looks like it might be cool. Let's see what it does. Actually, let's make that one more over. Well, shoot, one more over is going to be the edge. Now we can add extra in there. And I just wanted to do one more over because then, sorry, blocks everywhere. Because then I can do one in the middle. And then we can do this. So it looks like it has a funny tooth. Actually, let's make it the, I got rid of it, but let's get it. There we go. No, that's not the orange terracotta. Oops. There we go. Let's see if that looks, I think if we add a, yeah, let's do that. Yes. Alright, I think that'll work, and now we need to put in an eye, so I want a nose and an eye. Work. And this doesn't even need to be open, it just can be, oh, for goodness sakes. Actually, let's see how that looks from back here. Oh yeah, that looks creepy. Maybe I'll put a, if I do this, how did I make that so uneven? Alright, I'm gonna have to move that eye over. That's gonna bother me. I wonder if I can. Alright, so that's over here. No, it's over there a little more. Yeah, that's over there. Alright, let's try this out. Oops, now I got extra block. Oh my goodness. There's not an extra block, I just put it in the wrong place. Alright, I think this will still be okay. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, see from back here it's okay. Yeah, I think that looks better. It doesn't look quite as creepy as the X eyes. Alright, but it still looks a lot like a apple, but we're gonna have to go with it. Alright, so now we need some steps so that we can get into our pumpkin. Alright, and let's see. What do we have in the way of steps? You know, let's make it white so they look like weird teeth. Or I can make it red so it's like a tongue sticking out. We'll leave it like that for right now. Alright, so we're going to come inside. And now, since we already have white, we can use that and put our steps up to here. And I'm going to fill some of this, just fill it in so it's not quite so big up here. There we go. And then let's fill this wall in. Oops. That's the orange terracotta. There we go. Let's take that down. And that there. Don't need that there. Put it down low. Alright, so floor. Yeah, let's get some orange carpet. Looks like we need to get rid of that bottom set of steps. We don't need it. There we go. Inside the pumpkin. That does not need to be there. Wow, I put a lot of random blocks down. There we go. Alright, so inside the pumpkin, and then we can go up to the creepy staircase. Let me make this orange though, so it fits in with the rest. And then the rest of it can be as creepy as it wants to be. How's that look from down there? Yeah, let's fill that in. Just wanted to have a whole pumpkin experience. All right. Oops. Block right there. All right, so we're in the inside. Let's make sure the outside looks all right. I think we might want that. We don't need the bottom one. Let's do that one. Yeah. Oh. I don't know how I got it to make it looks like it's so round, but all right. Looks a little caved in right there. Okay. There we have it. It is a giant pumpkin that you can walk in. It's in my little Halloween area. If you want to see how I made the maze or the rest of my Halloween area, you can check out my other videos. And if you liked what I did, feel free to like or comment below. If you have any ideas of things I can add to my Halloween area, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching. This is Minecraft Mama.